So you want to buy your first rental property. Where do you start? I'll help you out with that. I'll help you start investing in real estate. I'm going to show you how I get started investing and analyzing a deal. What's up, guys? So here's how I analyze my deals. I take the number of the overall price that I'm looking at. Let's say it's $200,000. And then I compare it on Realtor for recently sold properties to see if that market is holding at the $200,000 or if it's selling for more or less. This will help me analyze to see if it is in fact a good deal. The other thing you can do is reach out to your broker. You should always have a buyer's broker just for shits and giggles, more for shits. When analyzing your deal, you should look at your taxes, your insurances, any HOA fees or anything like that you have to pay, your mortgage and principal interest, and then any management fee, if you're self-managing, if you're giving it out, that all depends in there. And I like to put a 5% vacancy rate in there. Your area might be 10, but 5% usually holds. The other thing you can put in there is something called a CapEx. So it's basically money you reserve on the side, usually again around 5%, just in case you need to replace a roof, a boiler, a hot water, or something large. When you crunch the numbers, you take your gross income. Let's say you have 2 tenants and each is paying $1,000. So you have 2,000 gross coming in. That means you take that number, you subtract it from all your monthly expenses of everything I just mentioned, and then you have an NOI, net operating income. What I like to do is look for a $300 to $500 range of NOI per door. It's usually on the 500 range side when we're first starting into the deal on a property that does need some work. After we cash out, refinance, it usually goes down to around 300, maybe a little bit higher, somewhere around there. At the end of the day, when you're running the numbers and you're making, let's say, $200 a door, $100 a door, it's still money that you weren't making before you made that investment. So as your first investment, it might still be a good thing to jump into it head first and kind of learn along the way. That's how I got started on my first property, January 2020, during COVID. And by the end of the year, I had 3. If you want any more tips or tricks or Excel sheets, I have a few on my Instagram. Go grab those. They're free on my bio. Send me a DM, comment below. It'll help to grow the algorithm of YouTube or whatever these YouTubers are calling it. I'm still learning. I have no effing idea what I'm doing. One of the best and key persons you can tap into is your real estate broker. So as a buyer, you may have and you should have a buyer's agent. That's the person you tap into and you tell them, hey, I have this 3-bedroom, how much can I rent it out for? It'll help you crunch your numbers a lot better. And you can also check things like realtor.com, which is what I use to just see as if you were renting a unit what those costs are. It'll help you gauge your numbers a lot better and give you a better understanding of your NOI. Make sure you shop around for your mortgage. There's a lot of lenders that have from 4.25 now, 4.5, to all the way down to 2.8. Depends on how you're doing it. If it's an LLC, if you're doing it under your personal name, if you're doing it with partners, there's so many different things that can affect your APR or what these lenders are giving you the rate at. The other thing you should do when you're shopping this around for your mortgage is to do it all at once, because when someone runs your credit, if they do it in a certain span, I'm not sure exactly the time frame on that, and they just run it all in the same week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever the case is, it doesn't affect your credit score as much. So try and get all those loans and run your credit all at the same time if you can. Once you crunch the numbers and figure out an NOI that's comfortable for you, you have to pull the trigger, take action, and just go for it. Make sure to grab those free Excel sheets and templates and checklists that I have on my link in bio on my Instagram account. They're totally free. They're things that I personally use on my short-term rentals and my buy and hold long terms. Don't forget to smash the like button.